Welcome.
Hello. Can you guys hear me okay? Can either type into the chat or unmute. I got the thumbs up, the OK symbol. Excellent. Very good. You guys are here 1 minute before the bell. So
Great.
excellent. So we're going to be using a different camera today. So I got an upgrade, but the problem is it's over here and I'll be looking over here. So once we get into the slideshow, it won't matter because I'll be sharing the images with you. So I hope all is well with everyone. Um, we're going to get started here in just a few minutes. We've got some people coming in through the waiting room, so I'm just going to let them in, and then we can get started. So I'm going to probably start at maybe 5:33 or something instead of 5:30 exactly. Um, but yeah, it should be fun. Um, got two more folks in the waiting room here. Diana and Marlene are coming in. And let's see, we've got iPad 9. I'm not sure who that is, but we'll let them in. All right. Oh, it's so amazing to see all your smiling faces. This is great. So I teach school, and at my high school, it is not mandatory for the kiddos to switch their videos on. So I usually talk to just like little black squares with their name on it. So actually having a human face is a fantastic thing to see here. So we're getting filled up. This is great. We can take up to 100 people. So far we've got, let's see, that's 4, 8, 16. We got about 17 folks in. So that's good. I'm going to give it one more minute here, and then we'll go ahead and get started with our introductions. I anticipate that some folks from the VCAC board will be here, as well as some artists, and we'll just go ahead and get started in just one more minute. So at 5:32. Um, I like seeing all of the art in the background. I had to digitize mine. Mine are all little GIFs, but I can see behind a lot of you've got musical instruments. We've got art on the wall, flowers, uh, all very good. All right, so let's get started. So first of all, oh, we got Lorraine. I am going to be somewhat distracted, so when someone comes into the room, I'm just going to have to pause for a second to let them in. But thank you all for being artists, because in this absolutely wacky time, we need to express ourselves. So, first of all, I just want to say thank you for making art, and that in itself is an incredibly democratic act. Um, so, just want to say thank you about that. Also, I know that it is going to be really difficult right now as we approach the holidays. Um, it's going to get especially difficult to, uh, you know, socialize and have family and do all these things. It's hard for school. It's hard for family life. So again, I thank you for taking the time to make this art and share it with us. So I'm going to start by first sharing just a little bit about our program. You guys have already participated in it, but we are going to be moving forward along with as long as we have the government center closed, we're going to be continuing to do these online exhibitions. So this sort of cycle will continue until we're allowed to go back inside. So presently the government center is still closed to the public. Our civic servants are working very diligently and giving services for our community. It's just that they want to decrease their risk, and so they're keeping their risk lower by just they're in kind of the bubble, just like in the NBA. So you got the big players inside the bubble helping us get through this. So first thing I want to do is also show you how to navigate our site. I did this last time. Hopefully you were able to see that. So I'm going to just share a screen real quick. And let's see, we're going to go with, there we go, share. And so if we are in our home page, give me a thumbs up if you can see the home page. Are we good? Can you see that, Earl? All okay. Okay. I got some thumbs up. Excellent. So from the home page, we've got our navigation menu here. So if you want to, for example, see what's going on, that's going to be coming up on the front page. First link is going to be the shows and the exhibits. So you just hover over that. And then as we continue forward in the cycle, the current show is going to be the one that's up presently. So that's Origin. And if you go to the link below it where it says all shows, that's going to be everything that was previous. So as we move to the next show going forward, Origin will scoot down to where it says all shows, and then whatever the new one is will be a current show. That's the only thing that's different from last time. We didn't have, we only had one exhibition because we weren't sure if we were going to do more than one. But it seems like we're going to just keep on this rhythm as we move forward. So that's how that's going to work. Everything else is the same. So your call to artists will be emailed to you, and we'll also have the schedule 21. But as you know, everyone needs to be graceful and flexible in these times. So moving forward, let's see, I want to start reading the judges' comments. So just for those of you that are participating the first time, I'll outline what we do is I am a curator and I have help curating by Nishan, who is a member of the board. He's been a great help. He's a student. He's going to be going to Cal State Channel Islands. And I also have a lot of help from Michelle Marquis-Dumont, who has done with her partner all of the web development. So this is a completely in-house operation, and also for running the Atrium Gallery Instagram and for getting the website so beautiful. So big thanks to both of them and their families. So speaking of Instagram page, and we have an Instagram page for the Atrium Gallery. The Facebook page is for the Ventura County Arts Council specifically. So any information, not just the gallery, is going to be on that Facebook page. So basically the process is the calls to artists go out. I make some choices about who's coming in as a juror. However, the folks that receive prizes, a professional artist that is in the community. And I have never used the same professional artist twice. And I've been here for almost 3 years. So you know that you're going to get a fresh set of eyes. You know that you're going to get fresh input. And something that I've implemented since I've been here is that you are going to get 2 to 3 sentences of a judge's comment for each of the winners, first, second, and third place, as well as any honorable mention. So that's really a big benefit of participating in the shows, is that you're getting fresh eyes and fresh commentary on your work. So that alone, I think, is great. And then in addition, you get cash prizes. So we give cash awards for first, second, and third. And then for honorable mention, what you receive is a free entry of one piece in any forthcoming show, and there's no expiry on that. We just keep a log, and when it's time, we just check against that. Usually, that log actually is the email from the results from the show, so we can always look back through the emails to make sure that you have gotten your honorable mention and your free entry. Is going to be We're going to be moving up from honorable mentions, and then we're going to go third, second, and first, and we will reveal who won each prize. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the judges' comments first, then I'm going to reveal the name and the title of the piece, and we can then look at the work, and if the artist is in the house, you could just let me know. Whoops, I got somebody coming in, Kathy's iPad. Here we go. Let me know, and then I will let you guys speak, and you can talk about your work. Okay? So here we go, moving forward. So I'm going to read first, and then I will reveal the art. Okay? So let's see. Here we go, and I'm going to pull up my document. This is just like being in the classroom here. All right, so we've got the first person. So I'm going to read it, and then I'll reveal the art. Okay, so here we go. So the judge's comment for honorable mention is, in this painting, we seem to enter into a maelstrom of paint, like being thrown around in an unexpected wave. But as we try to make sense of our orientation, we find we are held in just enough safety that we can experience in what Joseph Campbell called aesthetic arrest, a quiet place from which to encounter the world without judgment. And the winner of the honorable mention is the piece Return to Dust by Marlene Struss. It's acrylic on panel, 40 by 48 inches, and I will pull that up. So if we want to give a visual applause or thumbs up or hoot and holler, congratulations. Here's a fun fact. If you want to be really in the know with Zoom, there's some little reactions that you can put in the bottom of your window there. You'll see like a little smiley face with like a plus on his head. So you have, if you click on that on your screen, you'll get like a little applause, and it'll put it by your hand, or you can give like a thumbs up or a heart. So like Nishan just did. There you go. You guys figured it out. So that's a fun thing to do. So if I am celebrating, I just gave a little woohoo with that. Okay. So that's where we're at in terms of of our emotions, I guess. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to share with you now the photos. There we go. And oops, there we go. Oops, screen sharing. Let me try that again. Okay, so this is Return to Dust. And here's the wonderful thing about this is we can actually zoom in, so you can see this is the benefit of high resolution photography. So when you submit your work, please submit your high res photos so that we can do this during the what is this called? The reception or the award ceremony, whatever this is. So you can see we've got some pretty intense brushwork here, and we've got some drips and transparency. So we've got that aesthetic arrest, as the judge was saying. So you have this all over impression. And then when you get close, you really can see a whole lot of intricacy, and the color palette to me is very compelling as well. You got contrasting sides of the color wheel with the blue and the orange there, and then the green and sort of the almost pink like down here. So congratulations again. I'm going to share a little bit about the artist by reading their bio that they've submitted to us. So let me just pull that up here. So this is about Marlene. The Marlene Struss grew up in California, dreaming of being an artist, and since she can remember, she received a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree from the University of Santa Barbara in 1973, working with such esteemed instructors as Irma Kavat, Howard Warshaw, and Larry Rivers. Over the course of time, Struss has created bodies of work with media, including printmaking, surrealistic montage, realistic pastel, painterly collage, digital paintings, and the present time abstract acrylic paintings on panel. That's a good alliteration. Paintings on panel. Okay, because she strives to succeed without succumbing to artistic trends and dictates, Struss has a highly individualistic style of painting that can be described as biomorphic, abstract expression. Struss has made steady progress in her career by exhibiting broadly throughout the United States, some foreign countries, and online, and being involved in the arts community in Santa Barbara, California. Among the awards she has received are the Individual Artist Award in Assemblage from the Arts Fund of Santa Barbara in 2004, the Best of Show Award at the Westmont Ridley Tree Museum of Art in its Tri-County Jury exhibition in 2019. Presently, she's Dan Gallery and its member of the Abstract Art Collective in Santa Barbara. She is also, here we are. She is also represented by Marina Kaiser, art consultant catering to the movie and television industry in North Hollywood. Struss's work can be seen in many television productions, including Man with a Plan, The Big Bang Theory, Mom, Lucifer, NCS LA, etc., 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 etc. Lots and lots and lots of shows. Her artwork has appeared in several publications, including Studio Visit Volume 2, National Association of Women Artists, and the 122nd Annual Exhibition, and Kennedy Publishing Company's Best of California and Best of America Volumes 1 and 1. So congratulations again. We are going to be moving forward. Okay. So our next honorable mention, I will read the blurb from the judge, and then we're going to move forward on the art. Okay. So the judge says, there are a million moments in a day, and the snapshot moment chosen here is a good one. We have both, and this is in quotes, been there, and most likely we have seen this moment in others too. One would think that we would all focus on the tip of the pen for the content of this painting, but we really focus on the child's eyes, and through their eyes, we join them in that same vortex of intensity. The title of the piece is Cracking the Code, and I will do my very best to celebrate Leslie Osenchuk, and I hope that I have said that at least. Oil, it's not for sale, 11 by 14, and here is the work. So let me zoom back out here. There we go. And so the work is entitled Cracking the Code, excuse me. So let's zoom in and check out those eyes. Okay. So Leslie is a representational artist based in Ventura County, California, the daughter of an architect and an art professor. She was fostered in an environment rich in culture and creativity. She was educated in Claremont, California, which was an important post-war art community in the years before and during her childhood. She earned her BA in studio art from Scripps College in 1985. Although her background includes various three-dimensional disciplines such as jewelry, design, and sculpture, her recent artwork is focused on still life and portraits using colored pencil and oil paint. Now, I just want to apologize to both Marlene and Leslie in that I forgot to ask you if you wanted to speak about your work. So since I'm on Leslie right now, I'm going to ask Leslie if she wants to speak about it, and then Marlene, we can go backwards and you are welcome to talk about your work. So I'll mute myself, and then Leslie, if you want to talk a little bit about your, you'd all enjoy that.
Oh, well, I'm happy to talk about it. I don't see it.
Yeah, we can't see it.
Oop, now I don't hear anybody. There we are. I don't have audio now. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, there you are.
Pete just muted.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Okay.
I muted myself so you could speak. I was solving the screen share problem. Sorry about that.
What do we say?
So we can give the.
It's just the oil really isn't mixed before it's applied. It's kind of done on the paper, so I really just have the two colors and white. So it's almost a drawing technique in that respect, because the colors are, like I said, they're not mixed before they go down. Sometimes I like to work in the monotone because then I can concentrate on the contrast and really get the form to come through. So this guy's just somebody that we know, and he's working away.
Well, you really nailed the contrast, the lights and the darks and everything in between. Very well done. Thank you very much for submitting it. Marlene, are you on the call? If you want to unmute and say, let me see if I can move this art to another. Let's see if we can go back. There we go. Is Marlene here? Let's see. I don't know if I see her. Oh, Marlene, if you can unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
I don't know if there you go. Yes, we are good.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
Okay, I had to turn my microphone on. I think the judge pretty much said it all. As a matter of fact, I first wanted to say, if I knew you were going to read my bio, I definitely would have sent a shorter one. I'm sorry. One thing that the judge pointed out was a technique that I use. It's not really a technique, it's just sort of a visual element that I often put in my paintings, and that is that I try to make a painting that I often try to make a painting where the background sometimes turns into the foreground if you're staring at it long enough. Some people are looking at this and they're probably seeing basically the colored part, the multicolored part. But often in my paintings, and I think in this one too, if you look at it long enough, you'll just start seeing the background as coming forward. And that's this painting illustrates that. It's just something I like to do to make things more mysterious. Other than that, I guess I'll just say thank you very much for selecting my painting, and appreciate it.
Double thumbs up. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So with that, I am going to stop the share for just a second so I can advance to the next image without anybody peeking. I think I might have let something slip there. So make sure I don't do that again. So we're going to be moving forward. And so this is for our third honorable mention. And let's see. So the judge's comment is this: this artist has an undeniable skill, and just as important, patience to achieve these psychedelic works. Most are scenes to be observed, but this one invites us in with an inviting smile, perhaps letting us know that the day-to-day enlightenment is not just found on the mountaintop, but in having a warm sense of humor. So the artist is Vajra, and the piece is called Nest, and it's acrylic and ash on paper mounted to cradleboard 18 by 24, yours for $4,444.44. So I'm sure that he can maybe speak on the significance of the magic number there. So without any further ado, let's give a round of applause, and we can check out the work there. And just before we let him speak, I wanted to give a little bit of the bio here. So Vajra is a self-taught visionary artist, magician, philosopher, and freelance contractor for consciousness. So he has been making art his entire life, and in 2008 moved to Ventura and started painting visionary works as a way to share what he feels matters most with the world. In 2017, his home and studio burned in the Thomas Fire along with the majority of his art, but he took an opportunity to recreate what was, but better than before, mixing the ash of his former home with the paint he used to bring a certain relevant paintings back to life. His work draws influence from across cultures, space, and time, a synthesis of art, magic, science, and spirituality, light and dark through the lens of non-duality, always with I don't know how to say this word, but I will do my best. Thank you. Bodhisattvic intention. I am not familiar with the Bodhisattvic intention, but thank you for clarifying that. You can also talk to us about that. That will be betterment for us all. It sounds great. Vajra in Sanskrit means thunderbolt, and it is this flash of illumination he strives to bring through his paintings, shining light into a cave. Another translation is diamond scepter, a thing of purity and perfection, that which can cut through anything and cannot itself be cut. His hope intention is that the paintings serve this purpose as well, piercing through the veils that the viewer may connect with what matters most. Recurrent themes in the art include the union of polarity, the realization of the responsibility we hold for ourselves, the earth and all our creatures with whom we share it, the fact that everything is connected, interrelated, and interdependent, as well as the cultivation, love, and compassion. Over the last decade, he has painted live at countless events around the world, always appreciating the opportunity for the direct transmission of the message behind his paintings, his insights and guiding philosophy in person, but invites you to explore the messages and meaning through this gallery, where he shares not only the paintings, but their stories and his websites at alteroftheheart.com. So if there's any place that you'd like me to focus, I can I can zoom in, move, whatever you need.
Oh, thank you very much. And thank you for the honorable mention. I'm very happy to have been a part of this. I've been painting in Ventura for 10 years, but this is my first time ever kind of showing it in the art community here. This piece is called Nest, and this was one of the pieces that actually burned in the Thomas Fire, well, the original of it. But at my website, I share kind of a picture of what it used to look like, and it just didn't do it for me. And so when it burned, I took it as an opportunity to make it better than before, adding a lot more detail and a different color scheme and lighting. And yeah, you're zooming in the center there, which is great, because this being is, he kind of like represents the universe itself. He's a composite, it's a composite of all these different birds and all these different people that come together to make one being. And that's kind of what everything is, right? It's like we're all connected, we're all part of this one living kind of organism that is everything. Yet it's fractal, kind of like everything else. And so even though the being is infinite, the being is presenting itself infinitely inward or outward, depending on how you look at it. centered around the cave of his heart. And it's kind of telling the story that our heart is our fractal gateway to infinity. It's about, you know, going within and also connecting to the greater systems around us, and all from a place of love and compassion. So that's kind of the long story short there.
Well, thank you for that explanation, and thank you for making us think and feel, which is something that we definitely need on what a crazy week this has been. So
Yes.
Thank you for your insight and for your art.
Thank you, and thank you all for
again,
listening.
Yes. One thing I just wanted to say is I really like the idea of reuse and recycling, and from ashes making something new. That's a really poignant thing that I use in my own artwork, and it's just nice to see that kind of sentiment in other works. And I know Mr. Isaacson, you feel the same way, because you have taken those objects and repurposed them in your sculpture a lot. So I think that's some sort of deep-seated artist thing that you do when you take something, you repurpose it, and it's very meaningful and sentimental. So thank you.
Thank you.
Moving forward, we are going to move into our first prize, or excuse me, I don't mean our first prize, but the, I don't know how else to say that. Moving from third to first. So we will look at our third prize winner here. Okay, so we'll move forward with the big reveal of the art. Okay, so here we go. This artist has presented us with both a verbal and a visual jigsaw puzzle, and asks us to be detectives in fitting the pieces together in a meaningful way. The poem at the front of the puzzle makes us realize that all things have answers. Third, Daiva, Conversation with Grandfather, Part 3, mixed media, 22 by 28 inches. So I will pull that up. Just give me one moment. Okay, and then we'll share that with everybody. There we are. Can you all see that okay? Are we good?
No.
No? Let me try again. Let's see. Share screen. Are you able to see the art?
That.
No?
Yes.
No? Oh, yes, you can see the art now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So just gonna, my internet connection is a little bit unstable, so I apologize. So let me just make a comment. Is Diana here? Let's see.
Yes,
well,
I'm
what
here.
I'll do is okay. So would you like to share some words about your work and about yourself? Because I didn't see that we had a biography. So if you could talk about the work and then a little bit about your art practice, that would be really appreciated.
So first of all, thank you so much for the award. I'm very grateful to the council for the opportunity to display this piece. It's a very personal piece for me. It is part of 4 pieces that is a set of collages in memory of my grandfather, who was brutally murdered under the Soviet regime, his body thrown out, and we never had the opportunity to learn the circumstances of his passing, and until Lithuania became an independent country. So it was a quest of my mom's to find the documentation about her father. And when she passed away, my brother and I, the little children in this image, we found a note that you're pointing out right now that says, this is in eternal memory of your grandfather as his tragic death and his tragic death. And so she asks us to preserve the memory of the grandfather. And so you see some excerpts of the documents that she was able to collect, basically certifying his existence and his passing. He was acknowledged as a freedom fighter many, many years later, even though he wasn't at that time a military, because he was actually a village elder at the time. And that was the only portrait that I had of my grandfather. His last name in Lithuanian means rowan tree. So as you can see, what I did was I created a montage of his portrait with a fallen tree. He died in the winter in February of 1945. And the red berries symbolized rowan tree berries, as well as the blood that he shed in the imprisonment that he endured. So this piece is very personal to me, and I created it using multiple pieces of a very famous Lithuanian artist, Mikalojus Konstantinas Čiurlionis. And so indeed, it's like a 10 piece, like 10 paintings that are combined together in different ways and different combinations to create this whole image. And so the top of it represents my mom, who passed away a couple of years ago. And then the rest of it is the story about the grandchildren relating to the grandfather that they never had. As I was creating these collages, one thing that became very, very apparent to me was that no tragedy lives only with the person that endures it. It goes on together, you know, to the children and grandchildren. And so as we're enduring right now all of this violence, you know, we're seeing it, my deep and big concern is about the children that are growing and seeing all that, and how that will be impacting many, many years later our society. So besides, you know, having this piece as a healing piece for myself, it's also an invitation to the world, you know, to think about the wounds that we're creating right now, and how important it is for all of us to realize that we just can't go on like that. We are so much more better than that. So this is, again, a very personal piece. However, it does have a bigger perspective, and I would like for people to think about perhaps sharing their own stories and heal their own wounds. I'm sure all of us have many of such.
That's a wonderful, wonderful sentiment. Thank you so much for sharing your wounds and for sharing the way that you're healing both yourself and then anyone who views this. Very powerful work. Thank you. So moving forward, we are going to just stop the share for just a moment. Okay. And move forward to second place. And so the judges' comment for second place, give me 1 second. I have to prepare the next image. There we are. Okay. This fused glass work kind of gives it away, charms us with its playful nature. It's the Pippi Longstocking version of a traditional plate or bowl, and it has a deceivingly casual look. The sculptors amongst us will know, however, that this is no small feat to achieve. The piece is called Octopus's Garden. It's by Richard Mortensen. It's fused glass, 2 inches by 14 inches in diameter, and it can be yours for a small price of $250. So let me share that with you all. And can you see it?
No.
Is it shared? Yes? No?
No.
Oh my gosh. I don't know why
No.
it keeps doing that. Let me try again.
Here we go.
There it
How about
is.
now? Nope.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it.
Oh,
We had it.
oh. There. I got it. Okay. Sorry, guys.
I think there's
It's
just a
been a
lag.
long day. I taught today too. Yeah, it's the lag. I'll just blame it on that.
That's what I think.
So, Octopus's Garden.
Does anybody see it? I don't
There
see
we
it.
go.
Not yet.
If you just give it a moment, yeah.
There.
Ah,
There you go.
Not yet.
Yeah.
We
it's-
have
it's like
Okay. Thank you. Yes, it was indeed lag. So, let me read a little bit about Richard. So, here it is. Here's his statement. The amazing interaction between light and glass is what first attracted me to this medium over 30 years ago. For the past 20 years, I've been working in fusing the art of taking glass to an almost liquid state and then slowly cooling to fuse the pieces together. With the fusing, I find greater flexibility in what I can do, as well as create more interesting color and pattern combinations. In spite of all the associated cuts and burns, I get a great deal of satisfaction in working with glass, and many of my pieces have been influenced by my travels through the American Southwest and Latin America. My studio is my garage, where I keep a good supply of sheet glass and a lot of Band-Aids. This is very funny. My work has been shown in galleries, wineries, tasting rooms, and numerous festivals and art shows in Northern and Central California. The San Luis Obispo Museum of Art, the Bedford Gallery, Walnut Creek Indigo Gallery in Santa Barbara, Sea Gallery in Los Alamos, the Petaluma Gallery in Petaluma, the Gallery at the Network in San Luis Obispo, Park Street Gallery, Paso Robles. There's a few more, and then the current work can be viewed on the website MORICA glassworks.com. So very, very proud to have this as our second place, Octopus's Garden. Richard, are you here?
I am, yes.
All right. Please take it away. Tell us about your work and about your practice and your Band-Aids. I love that writing.
Well, thanks a lot. I'm very happy that you guys liked it. This is a particularly fun piece for me. It involved a lot of different approaches to cutting and shaping the glass that I was sort of experimenting with. And I was pleased with the way it came out. I don't know what else to say. I really like working with glass, like my statement said. I get a lot of satisfaction out of it. And I like breaking glass. I've always liked breaking glass. So it's, thank you very much. I'm really happy that this is a win-one for 3D art.
Yes, yes. Yeah, so, well, we're glad to have the sculpture. Traditionally, in our like in-person brick and mortar shows, the sculpture is the one thing that we often struggle to get actually as entry. So one thing that's really great about the online exhibition is we can have sculpture of any size, small or large. And then in addition, we can, for the first time, have moving images. So if anybody ever wanted to do animation or short video, we haven't ever had the ability to do that before. So if you know anybody that has, you know, like really short form pieces, you know, like a short animation or a short video or a short, I don't know, even moving image, send them our way. That's an encouragement. Like that's something we've never been able to do before. And we can also expand our reach a little bit. So thank you so much, Richard, and wonderful work on Octopus's Garden. And we are going to move on to our first place winner. Okay, so same process as before. We're going to go with the commentary, and then we'll move forward to the image, and then a little bit about the artist. Okay, so this visually versatile and skillful artist has an eye for current events, both close and far away, and for things we usually see just in passing. His dog over a graffitied drain cover, an iPhone screen, or a border crossing scene. Things that barely need a second look, but rather are asking us to not just stop and smell the flowers, but to stop anytime and notice exactly what's all around us. The piece is called Alice's Walk on the Avenue. It's by Richard Peterson. It's done completely digitally on an iPad as a painting. The print is 12 by 16 inches, and it can be yours for $150. So I will adjust and hopefully get it right first try here. So we're going to do screen share. Please be patient while did we have success?
Yes.
All right, great. Wonderful. So this is, again, Alice's Walk on the Avenue. And first saw Richard's work. It really moved me. But as I'm not the judge, my lips were completely sealed. But I find this very, very interesting that the gentleman, or I kind of gave that away, the person who I selected for the judge found a lot of merit and joy in this work as well, and poignancy. So Richard Peterson taught lithography, drawing, and digital drawing at Ventura College for 16 years, 82 to 1998. And in 98, he received a full-time professorship at College of the Sequoias in Visalia. He moved back to his home and art studio on the Ave, which he's owned since 1987. November 15th, 2015, he saw an Apple TV commercial introducing the new iPad. He ordered one that very instant, and he's been drawing on it ever since. He draws all day long on his iPad, watching or listening to MSNBC. He has a lithography studio with 2 presses and 30 stones, and he gives litho workshops there from time to time. His subject matter is all over the place, but he's concentrated on drawing the avenue and his bull terrier, Alice. He uses a process for which he is a patent holder to transfer the iPad drawings onto a stone and print them with the 4 process colors. Quote, I use the same knowledge and skills that I have learned over the years. iPad allows me to paint as fast as I can think, unlike traditional painting, which slows me down, mixing colors, changing the colors, and reworking the canvas. I love my iPad, end quote. So, would you like to say a few words, Richard?
Are
you there? I heard you for a second.
He needs to unmute.
Oh, yes, Richard, just click the little microphone. Richard, are you on your iPad right now? Oh man. Oh. All right. Let's see if I can help him out a little bit. I guess I lost him to come back. I'll just talk about this particular piece. So I find it really amazing that this is done on the iPad. From zoomed out a little bit, we can see that it looks very painterly. Had I not read the bio, I would have made an assumption that it was painted. But it's great. It's very poignant. You can see there's a lot of reality and a little bit of stylized drawing. And just overall from the bottom, brings around, and then it's a very common sight that we might not see. So congratulations to all of our winners. I do not have a date for our next call, but it should be out soon. We're still working out what to do with our employee show. So that's going to take a little bit of my focus for the short term. So, oh, Richard's back. Richard, are you there? He's in the waiting room. He's coming back. Let's see. I'm going to send him a quick chat real quick just to see if we can get him on the. Let's see. Richard, if you can hear me, unmute yourself. Yeah, he's having connection issues. He doesn't have audio or sound. So Christine, I see your hand is raised. You want to go ahead and
that's from a while.
Question?
That was from a while ago, and I've completely forgotten it. A wonderful show, though.
Well, that's my bad as a teacher.
Congratulations, everybody.
Well, thank you.
Love the show.
Very nice show.
Yeah.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Yes. Yes.
I wonder if Richard can come back
You
on.
can
He isn't in. I had a question about this piece.
Yeah. Well, so what happened was he did try to come back, but in the participant view that I have, each person has a little microphone and a little camera when their connection connects. So his name popped up, but he had neither. So he left and then came back again. So unfortunately, I'm not sure if he'll be back again. But here's the good news is I have everybody's email. So if you want to, Christine, if you want to send me your question or write it down, I can definitely get it to him and put you in contact because he's very good at getting back to emails and stuff. So if you can just write it down, and if anybody else has any questions, we can open up for a discussion for maybe another 10 minutes. If you guys would like to have a discussion about the art or just about art in general, we can do that very, very briefly. And then we can move on. Anybody have any? I don't see any hands going up. So I'm just going to tell you about what the plan is. So plan A is I've got to figure out what we're doing for the community show, the government show. Once I figure that out, whether that's going to be online or if that's going to be on the walls, I'm still working that out with like health and safety for everybody. But I will keep you posted. Please make sure that you add gallery@vcartscouncil.org to your address book so that my emails don't go to your spam. That's the primary way that I communicate. Please share the links with your friends is managing. We also have our Facebook. And this video, if you want to share it with your friends, it's going to take me a while to process it, but I will be putting it up on our YouTube channel. And you can also share this video with your friends on YouTube. So
Thank you.
with that, congratulations to all. Please, please, please keep making art. And I will send you the call next time. And big round of applause to everybody. And we will see you all soon. Thank you
Thank you,
so
Pete.
much. Have a good
Thank you.
night.